Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we will explore the SPDR S&P 500 ETF in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025. And now we are here to provide you with an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 2.32. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this time frame. The ETF has experienced a gain of 1.07%. This corresponds to an average return of 0.06% per day since being identified as a buy candidate. The ETF lies in the upper part of a wide and strong rising trend in the short term, and this may normally pose a very good selling opportunity for the short-term trader, as reaction back towards the lower part of the trend can be expected. A breakup at the top trend line at $607.97 will firstly indicate a stronger rate of rising. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential 12.29% change over the next 3 months, with a possible return between 3.03% and 14.26%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a 4.61% projected change. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could range from negative 12.13% to 8.88% over the next year. In current terms, this would put the future price somewhere between $525.01 and $650.56. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF includes the headline, SPDR S&P 500 ETF upgraded to buy candidate. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price experienced a minor decline of 0.0084% on the last trading day, which was Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025, dropping from $597.53 to $597.48. During that trading day, the ETF fluctuated by 0.799%, with a day low at $596.49 and a day high of $601.26. Overall, the price has shown some volatility during this period, with a total gain of 0.26% over the past 2 weeks. Interestingly, trading volume decreased alongside the ETF, which is actually a positive indicator since volume typically follows the ETF. On that day, trading volume fell by 5 million shares, with a total of 76 million shares traded, amounting to approximately $45.37 billion. Looking back over the past 52 weeks, the highest price recorded for the ETF was $613.23, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price stands 2.57%, or $15.75, below the 52-week high of $613.23, which also marks the all-time high for the ETF. The SPY ETF has faced notable pressure recently, reflecting broader market concerns driven by geopolitical tensions and disappointing economic data. As of today, June 18, 2025, SPY is down approximately 0.39%, largely influenced by escalating tensions in the Middle East, as President Trump calls for the unconditional surrender of Iranian leadership. Such developments may heighten uncertainty in the markets, contributing to short-term volatility and investor caution. Additionally, recent economic indicators, including a surprising 0.9% drop in retail sales and a significant decline in homebuilder confidence, have compounded negative sentiment. Homebuilder stocks are also struggling, showcasing a lack of consumer confidence that may further dampen market outlook. On a more optimistic note, the Federal Reserve's upcoming 2-day meeting could stabilize the market, with many investors expecting interest rates to remain steady despite calls for cuts. The current economic environment, while challenging, does not yet signal an outright downturn for SPY, placing it in a cautious holding pattern. The impact of these dynamics varies. In the short term, geopolitical volatility can lead to rapid fluctuations in SPY prices, while the long-term outlook hinges on economic recovery metrics and Federal Reserve actions. Investors should closely monitor these evolving factors as they navigate the current landscape of the S&P 500. The following signals have been identified for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the ETF, suggesting a positive outlook. If further gains occur, the ETF will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $600.41. Conversely, if the ETF declines, it will find support from the long-term average at around $585.86. A breakthrough of the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a drop below the long-term average will initiate a sell signal. Some negative signals have also been issued, which may impact the near-term developments. A sell signal was triggered from a pivot top point on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and it has since decreased by 1.04%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Additionally, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Volume has decreased alongside the price during the last trading day, which lowers the overall risk as volume typically follows price movements. Here are some additional signals that you may find intriguing. Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicates a sell signal. Pivots show a sell signal from 5 days ago. Bollinger indicates a buy signal from 7 days ago. The short-term moving average presents a sell signal from 5 days ago. The long-term moving average suggests a buy signal from 39 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 35 days ago. Observing the 12-month chart reveals the short moving average indicates a buy signal from 40 days ago. The long-term moving average shows a buy signal from 28 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 17 days ago. For more signals, remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level. If this is broken, the ETF may then fall to the net support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. In general, the ETF tends to have very controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low for this ETF. During the last day, the ETF moved $4.76 between high and low, or 0.799%. For the last week, the ETF has had a daily average volatility of 0.659%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at $597.53. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the ETF, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $572.67, reflecting a decline of 4.15%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily movements, resulting in minimal risk. Additionally, a sell signal has emerged from a pivot top identified 4 days ago. Is the SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? Several short-term signals, along with a generally positive trend, suggest that the current level may present a buying opportunity. There is a fair chance for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF to perform well in the near future. As a result, we have upgraded our analysis conclusion for this ETF from a hold or accumulate to a buy candidate since our last evaluation. Upon analyzing the volatility and movements of the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Friday, the 20th of June, we anticipate that the SPDR S&P 500 ETF will open higher by 93 cents, starting at a price of $598.41. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.